Hi, I'm Cherie Barber. I'm a professional renovator and an official ambassador for the National Asbestos Awareness Campaign. Today I want to take you on a tour of this renovator's delight so I can show you some typical places where you can expect to find asbestos. This house was built prior to 1987, so it's likely to contain asbestos sheeting in a lot of the places you'd typically expect. I'm planning a cosmetic renovation to this property. Before that renovation has started, I've had an asbestos inspection and condition report done. That's asbestos sheeting up in the eaves. The dead giveaway is the batten that joins the two sheets together. The good news is, unless you go meddling with it, it poses very little risk. Now this will take you by surprise. Asbestos was commonly used in your electrical switchboards. It was used to insulate the area and sometimes used in your old fuses too. Now this backing board here, it's made of bonded asbestos. So as long as it's not broken, it's not damaged, it's perfectly fine. It can stay as is. Can you believe it? One area that people never think they'll find asbestos is in their old concrete paths and driveways. In past years, what they did is they actually buried the asbestos into their concrete driveways and paths just to act as a filler. So be really careful if you're jackhammering those up. Now I'm walking around my carport garage area and I'm immediately noticing the corrugated roof sheeting. That is asbestos. Luckily for me, the report says it's in good condition, it's not damaged, so I can just leave it as is. Let's take a look on the inside of the property and see what we find there. A lot of people used to wallpaper straight over the top of asbestos sheeting. Now you don't have to remove the asbestos walls. All you have to do is make sure that your tradespeople are aware that asbestos is there. Trades like painters, wallpaper removers, they will know how to deal with it very diligently. If you're ripping up your old carpets, one thing you need to be very careful about is your carpet underlay. Luckily in this property, I have no asbestos underlay, but it's definitely something you need to be very mindful of. It's very typical for bathrooms built before 1987 to contain asbestos sheeting. Normally where you'll find it in the bathroom is in the ceilings, your walls, and under your floor tiles. In fact, a lot of the glue and the backing boards used on your wall and floor tiles can contain asbestos as well. Now in the kitchen, you can clearly see we've got asbestos sheeting in the walls. It's fair to say that that asbestos sheeting runs the whole length of the wall, which means the kitchen cabinets and tile splashback are backing onto that. Now, if I wasn't renovating this kitchen, I could leave that asbestos sheeting there and it wouldn't pose any problem to anyone. But if I was planning on ripping out the kitchen, installing a brand new kitchen, I'd need to very carefully remove all of the fixtures and fittings, making sure that I don't yank nails and things out of that asbestos sheeting. Always make sure you use a good quality mask and then you get the licensed asbestos removers in to remove the wall sheeting. Everything's been done properly. In your old kitchens, you might also find asbestos in your vinyl floor tiles or as the backing to your vinyl flooring. So whatever you do, don't go crazy with the floor scraper. From time to time, on a more rare note, you might also find asbestos in your splashback, so be really careful. Quite often there can be a lot of visual clues that indicate whether or not your home has asbestos, as we've seen today. But the only way to be 100% sure whether you're dealing with asbestos is to send a sample off for lab testing. When you have an audit done, the report may suggest this. So that's a tour of where you find asbestos internally and externally within a property. It's definitely not a definitive, exhaustive list, so the most important thing is before you start renovating, make sure you get that asbestos identification and condition report. I'm very passionate about educating as many people as I possibly can about asbestos so that less people fall victim to it. See www.asbestosawareness.com.au for comprehensive tips and information about asbestos and renovating. Knowledge is power, so be sure to check out the database so you're aware of what to look for.